Our weekly concept is fresh from the farm. Our essential question is, what kinds of things grow on a farm? Farm fresh. What do you see in the picture? Carrot. What a great photograph. And I think this might be broccolini. It's a combination of broccoli and what? What else does it look like? Kind of like a cauliflower in a way. Okay, delicious. Do you see some spinach maybe in the back? Maybe some squash plants. It's hard to tell. Well, let's take a look at our paired selections for the week. An orange in January. Well, what do you think the weather is going to be like in this story? Yeah, probably pretty cold. How do you know that? Maybe because the boy has mittens on and a hat and a big thick sweater. And oh, and you see the snow in the back. So let's take a look at the table of contents for this. An orange in January is informational text, social studies, written by Diana Hutt Aston and illustrated by Julie Morin. And then we're also going to have a paired selection entitled Farmer's Market. Have you ever been to a farmer's market? And they're also saying it is informational text. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now I realize that it is not January yet, but we are about ready to change our season into winter and it's going to start to get colder. So I think we can relate this to how the weather is. So I think it's a good selection for this time of year. So let's take a look. An orange in January. What types of fruit do you see on the title page? In a land that glowed with spring light, an orange blossomed. Now, how do oranges grow? Do they grow on the ground? How do they grow? Do you know? Oh, yes, on trees, right? Bees feasted on nectar sweet as honey until the petals fell away and the orange began to grow into what it was meant to be. It grew slowly and steadily, fed by the earth's soil and the ocean's breath. Boy, that's a beautiful illustration. Look at the rows and rows of orange trees. Is this an orange orchard? Soaked with rain and drenched in sunshine, the orange grew plump and bright until a hand, brown with seasons of sun, plucked it from its branch while dew still glittered on the leaves. Its days of growing were over, but there was life in it yet, and it still had far to go. From bag to basket. Now take a look at this. We have a lot of people working. They're each carrying a bag. Then they bring them over to the large basket. And then these large baskets are being loaded onto this truck. Interesting. Truck to truck. Ooh, lots of trucks. So they took this smaller truck and then they loaded all of the boxes of oranges into the larger truck. It followed the skyway, over the mountains, across the desert and plains until the orange arrived at a grocery store. There it rested, aglow with the goodness inside it, until what do you see? Do you notice something in the picture? Do you see the boy that was on the cover? I recognize him because he has that same red sweater and the hat knit cap. Two hands, small and soft, took it from the pile and called it the best one of all. Carrying it home, the child felt its roundness. What shape is it? It's a sphere. Did you say that? And he imagined himself a juggler, a pitcher, a clown with an orange ball. That night, as ice gleamed on the branches, he dreamed of a land that shone in summer light. So, how is his dream different than what it's really like outside? Yeah, he's living in during the winter months, but he's dreaming about the summer. When morning came, the orange reached the end of its journey, bursting with the seasons inside. Where is he putting it? He's putting it in his lunchbox, right? Where do you think he might take his lunchbox? And two hands, pink with cold, shared its segment. So they're on the playground swinging. And look at, he has a couple orange slices and he's giving them to his friend next to him on the swings. What do you think the weather is like? Talk to your chat partner about that. Would you like to be out there on the swings? Everyone could taste the sweetness of an orange in January. Lots of things had to happen. The trees had to grow, the blossoms fell, oranges grew. Someone had to pick it and carry it and bring it to the first truck and then the second truck, and that truck had to drive a long distance. So lots of things had to happen. That orange traveled thousands of miles to get to the boy and his friend. Now let's take a look at the paired selection. It's about a farmer's market. Have you been to a farmer's market? There are some in our area. You could ask your chat partner to find one for you. What's great about a farmer's market is only the produce that is available in the local area is there. They don't have any outsourcing or fruits or vegetables that are not obtained from the local market. So that way the food has traveled um, a shorter distance, it's cleaner, it's healthier, and it's better for the environment. So let's go ahead and take a look at farmers market. Look at the farmer's stand. They are filled with fresh food. Who grows the vegetables and fruit? How did they get here? Farmers grow fruit and vegetables. Some farmers grow squash in the fall and others grow peas in the spring. So you might not always get your favorite fruit all throughout the whole year, but you'll get the fruit that is in season. Vegetables grow in different ways. Peas grow on vines. Carrots grow underground. Corn stalks grow above the ground. Farmers grow many fruits. Oranges grow on trees. Blueberries grow on bushes. Grapes grow on vines. Do you have a favorite? Some farmers sell their foods nearby. They bring their crops to local markets. They take them to the market in trucks. Other farmers sell their foods far away. They send crops on trains to other states. Some crops are sent on airplanes or boats. What will you buy at the market? Everything is fresh and delicious. There are so many choices. Make a list and get started. So they made a list. What's fun is when you go to the local market, you can make a list with your chat partner at home and then check it off. Make your own list. Wouldn't that be fun to do? Let's see what's on their list. Lettuce, cucumbers. Give me a thumbs up if you like these. Let's start over. Thumbs down if you don't. Lettuce, cucumbers, strawberry, peas, apples, and radishes. So far the boy has collected cucumbers and apples, and he must be looking for the others. So as we go back, you could always go back through this story, some of the questions that they would like you to talk over with your chat partner at home. What happens before the orange begins to grow? What happened? What types of things helped the orange grow? And what does the orange, what did the, what, where does the orange go after it is picked? What happens next? Can you talk that over with your chat partner at home, what the process was from the beginning to the middle and then finally to the end? Talk that over and we'll review it again in small group on Wednesday.